Today's episode of Big Babi's Macchiato features Kory as the phone-in guest. Disclaimer: the following topics that will be discussed in this episode are politics, religion, and mental health. You have been warned. Sup, Kory?
Howdy.
How you doing, mate?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. How you been?
Same old, same old.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's it like it back in Whitewater?
Well, Whitewater is Whitewater. It's a new place. I'm trying to figure things out, but I think I got a hang of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out, even though I'm driving back and forth every day.
Yeah.
Swear.
It's a nice little place.
Yeah. Although for me, the gas bill is going to be high.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, if you're driving here a lot.
I know. Ugh.
Hold on. I'm like half concentrating right now because I'm in the middle of driving somewhere, so I'll focus more when I get a parking spot.
Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm back, motherfuckers. Big Bobby's Macchiato is back, featuring Kory from Kory's World.
Yes. Kory's World, the podcast that I never posted online.
Uh-oh.
I never posted it. I was going to this summer, but I got cold feet. I never did.
Ah, yeah. What did you do this summer?
Hold on a second. I got a park.
Yeah. Yep. And while Kory is parking, we just wait. I was gonna say something, but I had nothing in mind except, I don't know, drink, I guess. Anyways, have a beer or macchiato, and cheers.
Don't do what I'm doing. Don't drive and talk on the phone.
Even though most of us do anyways.
I had podcast obligations.
Yes.
But I also had class obligations.
Oh, yeah, true.
Hi, I am not driving anymore.
Sweet.
I believe the question was, what did I do this summer?
Yeah.
Not a whole lot, to be honest. A lot of the time I was either working or buying stuff for my apartment or moving things into my apartment. So, yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, it was kind of boring, but whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely had a more interesting summer, to say the least.
Oh, I know you did, but tell everyone about it.
Oh, boy. All right. Yeah. Yeah, it's a wild story. So pretty much, yeah, I'm back from Kosovo. Yippee. And pretty much all I did was I did what any self-respecting European boy would do. Get absolutely fucking wasted.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because what?
Sounds like a great time to be legally able to drink in a different country.
Yeah, but yet again, it's Europe, so they don't ask for your ID, so...
Yeah, so I'm sure you had quite the good time doing that.
Maybe too good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I was like, whoa. And also, what's that giant owl on the ceiling?
What?
Oh, so I went to a club and I saw a giant owl.
Oh.
Yeah. That's
confusing.
I know. Yet again, that's what vodka Red Bulls does to you. Yeah, which, if that is my get wasted quick drink, it's those.
So are you going to go back there anytime soon?
I want to, but money.
Yeah, that's true. It's a little expensive.
Especially the bloody plane tickets.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, speaking of the flights, I got delayed on my way there.
How bad?
3 hours.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like, remember that IT outage where like every IT system got screwed?
Yeah.
I got screwed
Yeah.
as well on that day.
Oh, that was that day.
Yeah, yeah, my luck be like. Although the funniest part was, whilst I was stuck in Zurich Airport, Switzerland, trying to figure out when my flight is gonna take off, I was looking at the screen showing on the flights. They haven't posted my flight yet, but I was checking on the app, and the app says it was fine. But I was like, might as well double check. Right next to me, I just got into a conversation with this one dude, and for some reason, you're not gonna believe this shit. Guess where he was from?
Where was he from?
He just flew from Albania, going to New York.
Of course. Of
Of course,
course.
this one guy from Kory, I was like, shut up. You just flew in from Tehran? Bro, that's awesome. And then after that, I found out my flight got delayed. So I was like, screw
Yeah.
it. Both our flights got delayed. Let's grab a coffee at the airport. So we did, and we just chatted.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I helped him find his gate and then my gate as well. So yeah, that is like, and on my way back, I had a layover in Vienna this time, and I just so happened to make friends with two Albanians that live in Chicago, plus this one Polish guy. But the funny part is, I was at the charging station. The one of the Albanian guy and the Polish one, they were ranting about like how their charger doesn't work. And then all of a sudden, we just got in a conversation. And then the other Chicago Albanian just flew in from Chicago at that time, going to Albania, while me and the other dudes were going back to Chicago.
That is so weird.
It was
Crazy.
I know. At, at an airport, out of all the places that you could do that.
I mean, yeah, you could have chosen any airport to go to.
I just so happened, we all happened to pick Vienna. Although the
I
funniest,
guess.
although the part that gets even weirder is the two dudes that were in Vienna when I first met them, the one Albanian and the Polish guy, they were drinking in Pristina the night before, and I was doing the same as well.
Wow.
In the same area, and we landed in Vienna from Pristina airport at the same time. Total coincidence.
That's crazy.
I know. It's just the only
Sorry,
thing.
I'm just
What the heck
I'm
do you see?
distracted again.
Why? What do you see?
I'm in this parking lot that I'm allowed to park in.
Yeah.
And I probably can't show it, but they have like parking enforcement, so you're parking in the right parking lot,
Yeah.
and they're just sitting behind my car.
Wow.
I mean, I'm allowed to park here, so I shouldn't get a ticket, but they're just sitting there.
Oh my gosh, I hate when they do that.
Yeah. I mean, I know I'm allowed to park here,
Yeah.
so I won't get any.
Or it's like when you're driving on a highway, all of a sudden highway patrol just follows you, but then it goes somewhere else.
Yeah, it's like, crap, now I have to go the speed limit. Don't pull me over.
Yeah. I just set my car in cruise control, but I still get anxious. Like, what? Why are you following me? Oh, yeah. It happens on this one day where I was driving back home from Beloit from working, and I drove past the way station. Then I just see two highway patrols get out with their lights. I was like, crap, they got me. Turns out they went on the highway just to make a U-turn and stop somebody else.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they just happened to turn on the lights right as I drove past.
Just your luck. Probably scared the crap out of you.
I know. I was like, wait, oh God, not this crap again.
The parking enforcement guy is giving a ticket to the car that's right next to me.
Uh-oh.
That's why he's here.
Ah. Well,
Yeah, I've had my run-ins with police on the road before. I got pulled over one time for speeding.
How bad was it?
Well, it was 55 was the speed limit, and I was going 70. But it was like out in the country, so it's not like I was in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
But it was still a pretty costly ticket.
Yeah. But like even with like rural like highways at night, like when there's less traffic, just make it an autobahn and have no speed limit.
Yeah, I mean, it was like 9:30 at night. It was
Yeah.
getting late.
Yeah, if it's like middle of the night, nobody else is driving. Feel free to go as fast as you want. Just make it an autobahn.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I understand why because there's probably people would take too much advantage of that, but
Yeah.
still,
Yeah, but like even or like the interstate, like especially like people who are traveling like just make it an autobahn because nobody else is on there.
especially if it's like 1 or 2 in the morning. Like,
Yeah, it's like what's the problem? Just make it an autobahn, like Germany, or I saw this on like Top Gear where like or like have a sniper where if you're going too slow, he shoots your tires out.
but to all the listeners, do not think that this is an excuse to speed.
No, be careful, or else you're gonna be coupled.
You might have to pay $175 worth of fines.
Dang.
Yeah, but I don't. I'm not talking from experience or anything, but yeah, totally.
Yeah. Yeah. Be careful. Korea is a proper country boy.
It's been 2 years since that, and ever since then, I've made sure to not speed. At least don't go like 10 miles an hour over the speed limit because I don't want to get pulled over again. That was not a good experience.
Wait, that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I was back in my senior year of high school.
Oh, I thought it was this summer.
Nope, that happened a while ago. That happened back in 2022, which was an awful year for me driving because
Why?
I got, besides the speeding ticket, and when I was leaving work one day, one of my coworkers backed into my car. And then the second to last day of the year, I hit a deer with that same car.
Oh.
Yep. So that car is not the one I'm driving anymore. That one got totaled.
Unlucky.
But I got a better car now. So I guess it was kind of a win-lose, but
Sort of.
whatever.
Yeah, that sort of stuff. Dang. I didn't know that was your luck.
Yeah, it was a nasty year for my driving record.
Ouch.
But
Yeah.
I've been good since.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't had any encounters with whilst driving on the road.
Well, that's good. You should feel lucky.
I know. Although my biggest gripe is not with the police, but with other drivers, how sometimes they can just be just straight up bricks.
Yes, sometimes they're going too slow. Sometimes they're going too fast. Sometimes they just seem like they want to piss you off.
Yeah, it's like I got my own problems, motherfucker. Why try to push it on me, mate?
It's a wonderful time driving on any street really in America. It's wonderful.
Yeah. And it's like,
Do I see? Sorry, go ahead. Oh, Mountain Dew, Baja Blast.
yep. Surprisingly, they have it, even though like the season's over, it's still on the shelves.
Yeah, I thought they said it was supposed to be for the rest of the year, and then it was going to go away. Yeah. I've had a few. I probably should get more since I know it's going to be going away soon. Or, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but get it while you can. Hey, Mountain Dew, sponsor me.
Do I see you have the official Big Bobby's Macchiato T-shirt?
Oh yeah, I got the shirt. Even though this is audio only, as of now.
Hey, I mean, you walk around and people ask you what it is, and you can say it's my podcast. Go listen to it.
Yeah, I should get one where on the back I just have the Spotify code.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, but like, yeah, even while driving, I was like, now that the election is here, I sort of make jokes of like, which party speeds the most?
That's a tough question. I mean, you could assume that both of them could, but off the top of my head, I don't know. I don't really know what I would go with because I feel like I could get. I mean, I don't want to say one or the other because it feels like I could make kind of like long stretches of reasoning for both of them.
Mine's pretty simple. Type of car, pickup trucks are the biggest assholes.
That's
And
true.
which party owns the most pickup trucks? Republicans.
Hmm. Hmm.
So Republicans speed the most.
But also, you think of people with sports cars.
Oh, there are also a lot of them, from what I see, tend to be more Republican leaning. Think of the car
I mean,
culture.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. That's a very interesting question.
Yeah, I feel like it's like screw policy. Which type of car is most associated with which party?
Hmm. I think that a Democrat car would be like
Subaru.
like a mom van,
Oh
like
my
one
god.
that like she drives her kids to soccer games.
Yeah, but think about it. Who? Yeah, but yeah, you look at Republicans. They're the one like pushing like traditional parental life.
So maybe Democrats would be like maybe like a just like a small car or
Yeah.
electric cars, definitely.
Oh, yep. Electric car, but not
I'm thinking
Tesla.
for
Except for Tesla.
no, not Tesla.
Not Tesla. No, no. I'm talking about like Chevy Volts
Yes.
or Toyota
Republicans,
Prius. Toyota Prius.
yes, that's a perfect example. I'm saying Republicans are pickup trucks and minivans.
Yep. Or Cadillac. Well, maybe not Cadillac. I don't know.
I feel like Cadillac is just for like old people.
Yeah, but like, what do old people usually vote for?
Depends on which kind of old person you're getting,
Oh
because
yeah,
I know
right.
old people on both sides.
Oh yeah, true. But like in my experience, a lot of the older people I see, especially at work, tend to be more Republican leaning.
It's kind of same here, but I think that's mostly just because of I grew up in a town that is mostly Republican.
Yeah,
So I think a lot of old people I know are that way, but I do know a few old people that are Democrat.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. This is like, oh my gosh. I wish I had like a statistics guy here.
Yeah, that would be like perfect right now. You
Yeah,
got to hire somebody.
I know, cause like, you can think of all this, but then also something pops in and be like, oh wait, whoa, ooh.
Look that up.
Yeah, yeah. Look that up. Look that up. It's like, okay, this is getting crazy, but also this is kind of fun for me.
Yeah. I mean, I miss doing the podcasting thing. I wish I could do it again, but Trevor said he would let me if I was available, but I don't know if I'm gonna have much time.
Oh no.
Yeah, but I mean, it was fun to do, I guess, when I could. And this year at Whitewater, I get to actually work at the radio station. So,
Hey, you may see me in that building. I'm also doing TV.
yeah, maybe. Well, I had my first radio shift yesterday, and I had a blast. It was fun. I got to talk on air and everything. It was like I'm actually on the radio.
Oh my god.
So if you're listening, anybody that's from the Whitewater area,
To,
or maybe I don't know if it would reach to
oh,
Janesville,
it
but
does reach the
what
Janesville
91.7
FM.
on yes 91.7 The Edge FM. It is Mondays from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. 8 to 10 on Monday mornings. I'll be on there this semester. So listen, I'll be there.
Yeah. Yeah, cause like, yeah, it was like there's some people where like you may think of that, but all of a sudden they get throw a curveball. I'm like that type of person,
Yeah.
or like most notably Joe Rogan. On the surface, he looks like he be like, yeah, bro, yeah, yeah. But then you see his politics recently. Is like, wait, what the fuck?
I don't know a lot about the guy. I know that he's quite the character, and I didn't know how he leaned politically.
He supported RFK.
Oh God,
I know, right?
that is just a terrible move.
Yeah, because now RFK is like done.
Yeah, and he should have been done in the first place because he was stupid. I mean, what I can't say it any better than that.
Yeah, I mean, when he has problems with his own family, is like, yikes.
Yeah, you would think as a Kennedy he would be a little bit more
You know.
normal,
Mm-hmm.
but he's not.
Nope. I mean, and even some of the scales coming out, like how we left a dead bear in Central Park.
I didn't hear about that.
Apparently, he did that a decade ago.
Nice.
Oh God.
I'm guessing this will probably be the first. You're probably gonna vote this year, right?
Yep, my first presidential election. I'm voting.
Same here.
Oh boy, it's fun time.
Yeah, it's definitely a special one to be voting.
Yeah, and I noticed something when it comes to political ads. Democrats are more active online. Like they are even spamming my phone calls. Like, although for the last time, I'm not Janice.
Yeah, I'm always. What do they call me? They call me Ralph.
What?
I don't know.
Meanwhile, the Republicans are just filling up my mailbox.
Yeah, it feels like when I'm watching TV, I see a lot of Republican ads, but when I'm watching YouTube or sometimes like Hulu, I get a lot of more Democrat ones. Then I check all my spam texts, and they're all Republican ones.
I know. It's like what?
I don't know why. Maybe they feel like the people who vote more Republican are more likely to be watching regular TV, and
Yeah,
the people who are more likely to vote Democrat are people who might do streaming.
yeah. Even though, like, I would say, like, just tackle the whole field at once.
Yeah, I think so. That's a good idea.
You know, because then you can probably try to convince and have people switch sides.
Yeah, you get the whole demographic, not just pandering to one side. You get
Yeah,
both.
because like Democrats, they already got their base. They already got their loyal base. So
Yeah, I feel like when you see all the ads where it's like, it feels like they're trying to get supporters from one side to switch to the other side.
mm-hmm.
But I think at this point it's too far gone because I mean there's only 2 months left. We have seen both of their true colors. I don't think many people are going to be switching.
No, no, and concerning that, I mean, if any case, in my opinion, the one party that should be kind of worried is Republicans, just because how like some Republicans are actually endorsing the Democrats now.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing ads where it's like, "Oh, I voted for Trump in 2016,
Or
but
like
I'm voting for Kamala this year."
yeah, or like certain like Republican like mayors are endorsing Harris is like I don't tend to see the other way around.
No, I don't see people going from Harris to Trump.
No, the only notable person is that was like an anti-Trump that is now pro-Trump is JD Vance.
Which I honestly feel like he's just doing it because he's going to get the vice presidential spot, and he's like, "Oh, I guess I'm next in line if something happens to Trump."
Yeah. But yet again, looking at his history, he was kind of an anti-Trump politician.
Yeah, I think he's probably just faking it so he gets that higher spot.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Because like you notice how like when Biden dropped out, Kamala came in.
yeah,
JD Vance may try to pull off a similar move, in my opinion.
yeah, maybe if Trump gets, I don't know, sent to prison, or if he actually does he dies somehow,
Yeah, because like
he could swoop in.
because think about before Biden dropped, how both of those candidates were like the oldest one. Like Trump is only 4 years younger than Biden.
I know, it's crazy, and to think that in 2024, the two presidential candidates at one point were both what, close to 80? They're not over 80, are they?
Biden's 82.
Okay,
think.
so yeah, when everyone's saying like, "Oh, we need candidates that are young," and both of the candidates were, I mean, my grandpa's age.
Yeah, we
That's
could have. It's like I went to the primaries. I didn't even though like I already decided for my votes. Like even with both parties, I picked the younger person.
Right, and that's, I mean, and it's good we have Kamala there because I mean, she's not young, but she's definitely younger than Biden or Trump
Yeah,
or Bernie Sanders or Mitch
she
McConnell or
like she's about the same age as our mothers.
yeah, so it's more reasonable.
Yeah, it's within reason. Young within reason. It's like
JD Vance is like he's close to her age, right?
Yeah. He's. I think he may be younger. I'm not sure,
I
but
don't
they're
know.
definitely like Gen X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was gonna.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. Oh, okay, I'll go ahead. Um, I was gonna ask you. I was gonna switch topics. I was gonna say, how is there a lot of podcasts going on this year,
Well, all depends. Who wants to join?
or is like is the class? Does he have the class this semester?
That's only in the spring, I think.
Oh, so you got there's probably is there a couple going on, or is it just you right now?
Me and one other. I forgot who it was.
Well, at least it's getting used the studio.
Yeah. But
You
yeah,
got any plans for the podcast this year?
not much so far.
Well, I mean, if you ever need someone to talk to, I mean, I won't be available all the time since I have class,
Yeah. But speaking about people,
but
have you chatted with Brandon recently?
it's been a little bit. He's been I think he a couple of days ago he sent me something. He was at a farmer's market in Madison and he showed me something, but
Ooh,
no,
nice.
he's having a fun time up there in Madison at UW Madison. I don't
Nice.
really know how anything is going like his apartment or his classes, but
Yeah. Yeah. But like I feel like I don't know why. I'm not sure. I know it's not just me, but ever noticed like ever since like 2016, people just gotten angrier?
I would say I think 2016 probably started it, but I think that the pandemic doubled
Oh
it,
yeah.
like or like intensified it.
Cause like cause like I notice people's like mood about stuff in general, they're just all angry, like very complainy.
Yeah, I've noticed the same thing. I think if you like, even if you like turn on the radio or you turn on TV, you can see it. I mean, the songs on the radio are arguably less happy than they were before, and things on TV are a little more dramatic.
Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, I get it. It sucks, but we don't have to be bitchy about it all the time.
I think that it is maybe been. I think COVID may have intensified it, but I also think that I don't know, just ever changing technology and ever changing circumstances in this world anymore are not helping.
Yeah, it's like, and especially like there, especially like a certain group of people, a lot of times like they're complaining. It's like, oh, ever since this past day is like, okay, but what have you done to fix yourself? Because if you haven't done your much, why are you blaming them? Blame yourself. I mean, at the end of the day, you yourself determine your own fate.
That is true. I mean, I understand there's been a lot of dark moments in this world over the last 4 years thanks to COVID, but
Yeah, it's like,
I mean, it's like I think that people want to. They're used to being in that state of mind that when anything feels normal or feels happier, they kind of question it and they just avoid it.
yeah, it's kind of making me sad. It's like, because like growing up, I envision, like, especially learning up, one thing I learned is be respectful. Where like, people, despite disagreements, they still got along. It's like, I feel like that sort of stuff is dying.
It's like people don't give a crap anymore. That's what I think. People
Yeah.
just
Well,
a lot of selfishness
especially in a
and
bad way.
yeah.
Because like sometimes I
I
don't
think
give a crap, but like I do it in a funny way, you know?
right. There's like people that you see in the store who treat the employees like absolute crap. There's people who walk by you and you're always in their way. It's like there's always something that will tick off somebody that you come in contact with. And I think the important thing to remember is to not be like that person.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, it's like, how did we get to this point? It's like there's a difference between not giving a crap and just not caring. Like not giving a crap for me, it's like, sure, whatever. I'm just gonna do whatever I want, but I still like you.
Yeah, right. And as somebody who has struggled with my own mental health over the last few years, I have been able to realize that even though I am struggling, I don't have to make other people struggle with me.
Yeah.
I think it's just a respect thing. Like, everybody's their own person, so let them be their own person. Let them feel how they want to feel.
Yeah, it's like, and even sometimes when I'm working, like there's certain customers I could just tell by their tone, like, because like I just because I'm working in service, I gotta talk calm and be respectful. It's like a lot of them, they just push their own politics. Like, I don't want to hear your bullshit.
Oh yeah, I've heard many people. I worked at Culver's and Quick Trip, and I've heard many people give me their unsolicited political opinions. I have heard there have been times when I've tried talking to people and they don't say a word to me. They just stand there and let me, cash them out, give them their change and whatever, and they don't say a word to me. They look like they don't want to be there. They're pissed off, and it's like just an ounce of respect is all I'm asking.
Yeah, and it's like, although I'm like the person more willing to talk about this, why do you think I do this show? Still, sometimes it's just overwhelming. Like, and then that's just on politics. But like, and then when people start talking about religion, I just completely like blank them
Yeah,
out.
I have come to the point where if anyone brings up a controversial topic in front of me where I know that there's going to be at least some sort of disagreement between like a group of people, I just tune out because I don't want to hear it. I just like, if you're talking about, I believe this about blah, 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 and it's going to cause a little argument, I don't want to be part of it.
Yeah,
I don't want to lose respect for somebody just because they decided to bring this up in a place where they shouldn't have.
yeah, and it's like and I gotta be careful because like because already personally, I already know my personal view on religion is controversial.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, and then even like when I want to try saying in a light way, but also respectfully, it's like, hey, this is how I grew up. That's just how I live. I have my thing, you have your thing, and people still just like get bitchy about it. It's like,
Yeah. And people do change over time, but
yeah,
I think there are some things that will always stick with you. And if you're raised to think that religion is this, or you're raised to think that, I don't know, let me think something else, or like you're raised this political party, and you feel like you were raised the right way, you're probably not going to change.
yeah. Yet again, I know it's a sort of situation where like people that like grew up in a far stricter family tend to be more rebellious.
Yes, and you almost wonder, maybe there's a correlation.
Yeah, because like I was raised not that strictly. Especially like I was raised in a more open environment, and I came out a little more chilled back.
Yeah, and I can think of a perfect situation. My ex-girlfriend, she grew up in a she grew up in a very, very religious household
hmm
where her dad basically was, I mean, to put it lightly, very controlling. And
Wow.
she had a bunch of siblings. A few of them were willing to follow what their dad said, but she and one of her sisters always felt like they were being pushed to their own limits. And so when her sister she decided to get her hair dyed or get a tattoo or something, and their father considered that to be rebellious. And in a way it is, because if it goes against what her family thought, then yeah, I guess it's rebelling. But it's like
Every child's
dyeing
gonna
your
be
hair is,
rebellious at some point.
and if it's like dyeing your hair or getting a piercing, that's not rebellious. That's just somebody being young, wanting
Yeah.
to just be flashy, try to feel like themselves.
He, yeah, it's like because like, you know, I I grew up in a more freer place, thanks to my parents, though they were more open minded. Yet I didn't turn out like as I would say that crazy. I still ended up thinking just like my parents, even though they gave me that freedom to think of whatever I want.
Right. And as somebody who also kind of grew up in that kind of like, yeah, it's I wouldn't say like a free household, but it was like a household where I was encouraged to do what I would like to,
Yeah,
but
open
there were
minded.
limits. Like, yeah, like there's limits to like you can't do this because it's bad, obviously.
Yeah, the
As someone
obvious stuff.
who,
But like
yeah,
compare it to
as
the
someone,
more strict ones, like there is a big difference that I've seen.
oh yeah, and I feel like if I were to ever talk to my ex-girlfriend ever again, I feel like I don't know. It was a weird combination in the first place, but I just she was she was very broken because of what her dad did to her, and I
Oh
feel
my
like that
god.
just you
Yeah.
shouldn't have to grow up like that, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
and it's like, and I see it like even like in my experience, even within some like Albanian communities, I tend to see. I was like, what are you doing? This is you're gonna break that. You're this person.
Yeah, there's a type of parenting that just, in my opinion, should not be allowed.
Yeah, and it's like children are gonna rebel. That's just a guarantee. I'm a bit rebellious right now, but I also see it with everybody. Every child is gonna have a rebellious phase at some point. But yet again, that's
Yeah,
just
it's just
because they want to explore. Think about what goes in the household. If it's like kind of boring, they're gonna be more rebellious because they want to do something. They want to occupy that boredom.
yeah, and if your parents say like you shouldn't do this, you're like, "Oh, this must be so fun or so bad. They don't want me to do it. I have to do it now."
Yeah,
It's just a matter of like what it is. Like I could be rebelling. Like my parents could say, "Oh, don't go, don't go out at like 10 p.m." And I'm like, "Oh,
mm,
now I'm going to." I don't know.
yeah. And
Yeah,
it's
that's just an
like
example. They would never
there's
say
a
that.
different way to approach it. Where like if I'll say is be like, go out, have fun, just be careful, but most importantly, have fun.
Yeah, and I
And
think that
and
that is
and I notice when my parents say that, just have fun. I put the strictness on myself.
yeah.
Because
You
like
have to know your own limit.
yeah, it's like when you encourage them to have fun, they're gonna put restrictions on themselves, not from the parents, but on themselves. No-
Oh yeah, and I feel like that's the right thing to do. Don't let, especially if you're like over 18, don't let your parents still dictate your decisions. You're a free person. You can,
Yeah,
I mean, make your own limits. Don't let your parents decide
yeah.
that.
I mean, yeah, still, help them out occasionally, and also because they raised you, but still, think of it as like I got some stuff that I want to do for myself. It's not that I don't love you. It's just how am I supposed to love you if I can't love myself?
Yeah, that's a very fair thing to say.
Yeah, it's like considering that I'm going through my party phase. Woo woo.
Mhm.
you know, they may get mad at first, but eventually they will get over it. It's like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Well,
especially in that situation, I use humor.
yeah,
Where I just play devil's advocate on both sides. So
yeah, that works. And I hate to cut you short, but I have to go get going to my class now.
all right, well, you have a good one, Kory.
Yeah, and hopefully I'll get the nerve to post Corey's World online sometime.
You gotta
But if
do
I
it.
don't, everybody who's listening, remember what I said. 91.7 The Edge, Monday mornings, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Listen, and I'll be there.
All right. Remember that, especially if you live in the southern Wisconsin area.
Southeastern, like Whitewater, Janesville, Fort Atkinson, you're golden.
Anyways, you have a good one.
Yeah, nice talking to you.
Peace out, mate.
Thanks for having me. Peace out.
Peace out. Ah, Kory, what a fellow right there. You may be meeting fellows, but especially guys like Kory, you're glad that he's your friend. But speaking about that, thank you for listening. But also remember this: no matter how many times you may feel frustrated, there is always going to be something better at the end. I don't know how long it is, but if you want to know what is going to be your biggest success in life, it's going to be patience. You're going to need to be patient with certain things, especially with that. There's always going to be somebody who just wants to see you down. But if you're worried about them too much, here's my advice. Don't push hard on yourself. Keep on doing what you're doing. I mean, heck, so many people don't like me for my personal views, but okay, you're just some random guy on the internet. I can do whatever I want, you know? So remember, have some guts, have some balls, drink some macchiatos, Red Bull, you name it, all the crazy stuff. Although, don't be too much of a malok, okay, beer? Alright, sempliose cremare brediașinonen. Anyways, thank you. Have a nice day. Shimia Mavon.